Once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Southern California.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Draw play, it's Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Herbert now. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Herbert on 3rd down now. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll make it a second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing now is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Block now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This from 42 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. working with a 2nd and 4. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 35 on 2nd down. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Gordon. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, Gordon, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Here we go. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Locke. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A final shot before half for Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil up. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the...
And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Lions 14, Chargers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he will find his man on the outside.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
And the Lions are going to get the football here.
As the ball will come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. That is caught by Lamb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Herbert. Finding Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Herbert gonna throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Chargers 14. Sterling Hofrichter set to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 30. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our